welcome back to another episode of Driving in the South. This episode is going to be stupid, silly, random things that annoy us. I think honestly this should be a pretty fun video. We did this it's back maybe during quarantine a year or two ago, and we did it on Instagram. We did a short version, and I was looking back through there and I thought, oh, we got to do a kind of a longer version for YouTube. So random things that annoy us, and I want everyone to comment below and let us know random things, stupid things, silly things, whatever things that annoy you as well. That dog was pretty cute over there. So I will go first with some random things that annoy me. One thing that annoys me is having wet hands or wet feet. I cannot stand it. If I'm in the shower, I can obviously stand it long enough, but other than that, I cannot stand to have my hands wet or my feet wet. So if I wash my hands at the sink because they're dirty, I have to dry them immediately. And I most of the time use paper towels, even though I should use a towel and save paper towels, because I cannot stand having wet hands. Drives me nuts. I also cannot stand having long fingernails. I cannot stand the way it feels. I want to cut my fingernails to the quick to where I have none, because I can't stand the feeling. It makes me feel like everything I touch I'm going to drop. It makes me feel like gross stuff is going to get under there. I can't handle it. I can't do long fingernails. I hate long fingernails. Especially being a musician, if they're even remotely long, they get hung up on the fretboard basically and trip you up.
I don't mind other people having them because
they're pretty. I mean, long painted fingernails are beautiful, but just not for me.
But I can't do it for myself. I work with my hands too much. I keep mine cut down real short. Sometimes I cut them so short they bleed, but whatever.
Other things that annoy me. I know there's a bunch of them. I just have to think of them.
One thing that annoys me is this car.
It's always doing something bad to me. It's never like totally reliable, which, I mean, come on, it's 20 years old, what do I expect? But actually, she's been pretty good. I'll tell you something that annoys me, and everybody will think this is a stupid joke, but I tell you something that annoys me. I hate and will not make my bed. I hate the idea of making your bed knowing full well you're gonna get in it and tear it up. I think it's stupid. I think it's a dumb waste of time to make your dumb bed, and you won't catch me doing it, because I'm going to get in it, do the alligator death roll, and rip all the covers up, and they're going to be in the floor in the morning. So I'm not making my bed. They couldn't make me do it when I was a kid. They can't make me do it now. I'm not making my bed, and you shouldn't make yours either. Oh, they're walking.
You know what else gets me? When people don't get in a crosswalk. That's a bad place. Get in a crosswalk.
They didn't even look. They just take out walking.
That's another thing. They literally didn't even look at me. That makes me mad when pedestrians, now looky here, I'm going to see you from a mile away and I'm going to start braking 100 yards out to make you feel comfortable and safe and not give you any risk. But you didn't even use the crosswalk, butthead.
If you live in Brasstown, you probably know the area that we are talking about right now. Seeing everybody we know this morning, I, on the other hand, have to make my bed because it annoys me to not make my bed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have to.
It's a total waste of time.
No, if I make it in the morning, I feel like I can start my day, and then I feel like my bed is clean every evening. If it's not, and then I set stuff on it, I don't want anything touching my sheets but me after I've showered and I'm in my clean pajamas.
Oh, I don't like that. If you're my friend and you come to my house and we're hanging out and my little girlfriends and they're like, yeah, let's sit on the bed. I'm like, nope, you ain't showered. Don't touch that bed. I will not sit on the bed, touch the bed, or have anything to do with the bed until I've showered. That's probably an OCD thing, but
yeah, I know what you mean though.
It's a dirt thing. I don't want dirt.
It is. There's definitely a lot of things that annoy me regarding staying clean. I don't like for things to be dirty. I don't like for things to be messy. That also annoys me.
Right, let me come in here just real quick and check a P.O. box.
Other things that annoy me, itchy tags and clothes. Oh, I hate that. I have been known to cut tags out of my clothes. I cannot stand that. I do not like things on my neck. That also drives me nuts. Now a scarf is fine, but even just my clothes like that, a lot of the times I'll pull my shirt away from my neck. I don't like things constricting my neck. Another thing that annoys me, or maybe doesn't annoy me as much as it bothers me, is just dirty dishes. I feel like after I eat, I have to clean the dishes or I cannot go on to the next task. That bothers me, especially in the evenings after I've ate supper. I'm like, The dishes have to be clean or I cannot enjoy the rest of my evening. I cannot rest if I know that there's a pile of dirty dishes sitting in the sink. So it annoys me to have to wait and not be able to wash them right then. One thing that probably annoys me more than almost anything, thinking about pajamas that we were talking about a second ago, is at least in the winter I sleep in basically leggings, just anything that's closed at the ankle, that's tight at the ankle, because I cannot stand to be sleeping and have pajama pants right up to my knees. That drives me nuts. I hate it. I cannot stand that. Sometimes I'll wear socks if it's cold enough and I'll tuck them in, but sometimes, most times, I can't sleep in socks because it's too hot.
I'm having a scary brain relapse moment. I need you to come in there and help me find P.O. Box 80.
It's 83.
It's 83? Oh, that's bad. I would have opened it. I mean, I couldn't have. It also, is there an 80? I don't think there is.
Do you really need help finding P.O. Box 83?
I really need help. Sometimes I just get...
Or 80. Is there an 80 here? I don't think there's an 80. And now I just want to know that there's an 80, even though it's not the box I'm trying to open. There's a 70. Why would there not be an 80?
I don't know, that's weird. There's 81, 82, 83.
No wonder I couldn't find it. Also, I'm not trying to open P.O. Box 80, so it doesn't really matter. Dang, that's disturbing.
It's okay.
In there anyway. Oh,
Let's
gosh.
get out of here.
I scare myself sometimes with my really bad brain abilities.
It's okay. I do that too.
When people stop short and don't use a turn signal, when I'm gonna go somewhere, I'll use a turn signal like days in advance. And people won't do that, and it makes me angry. I'll just be going down through there and they'll just bolt and stop all of a sudden real quick and put their turn signal on and turn. And that just makes me mad because I don't have enough time to react, and that's not necessary. If I have to turn a good 50 yards before I've got to turn, that turn signal's on and everybody knows what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm looking in my mirror. Hey, is there somebody back there that's going to hit me? Hey, is there somebody over there? Hey, what's going on? I'm a very defensive driver because there's crazy people out there.
There's nothing more annoying than eating a pot of green beans and having a bunch of strings in them, and then you're like, who didn't string these beans very well? That drives me nuts. I hate that.
You know what annoys me? Bushes growing out over the road so that I can't see the oncoming traffic. That annoys me. I don't do Brussels sprouts, I'm here to tell you, and I don't really like asparagus. I can be made to eat asparagus, and I have ate it before, and I reckon I will, but I will not eat Brussels sprouts. I just don't. There's just few things in this world that I hate and don't want to eat, and I don't want other people eating them, and I don't think anybody should be eating it.
Comment below if you love Brussels sprouts.
I don't do Brussels sprouts, and I'll tell you something else I don't do. Not until I get hungry enough. I do not do Vienna sausages. I don't like that. That's gross. I won't do that. And I'm going to tell you one more thing that I will not do that you shouldn't be doing either. I will not do sardines.
Mama loves sardines.
Period. No sardines, no Brussels sprouts, and no Vienna sausages. I ain't eating none of that unless I've got to. Otherwise, I'm pretty palatable. I'm pretty good. But I will not do that. And I'll tell you something else. I do not like icing on a cake. Unless it's homemade cream cheese icing. I don't want that stuff. I don't like it. I don't think it tastes good. I think it tastes like melted plastic. And I don't want that. It annoys me when my hands get really dry. And they stay really dry all the time. Doesn't matter what time of year it is. They're dry and they hurt. Over the weekend, Austin gave me some, let me use some of his, what they call working hands. It's actually bloody knuckles. It's called that by that. Was that Duke Cannon, the brand that makes like beard balm and stuff for men?
Yeah.
Actually, that was really, I need to get some of that for myself. That worked good. That was nice. I don't like dry hands. I don't like it when people drive slow and I'm behind them, or when they bow up and they're on and off the brake. I can't stand that when I'm behind them. I can't stand it when I'm in the car with them. Like that right there. Like that right there. I just talked about why I don't like that. How about that? Huh? How about that? All right, whatever. I'll go on your way, son. Like that stopping short stuff. Get me killed. Which you gotta be watching. I am watching, and I ain't going fast. I'm only going about 30 miles an hour. I don't like it when I hydroplane. I take that personal. The other night I was coming home, there was a lot of water in the road, and I was honest to goodness going 35 miles an hour, and I wouldn't go any faster because I was scared of the water in the road, so I thought I'm gonna go real slow to be safe. I'm going around through there. It's dark, mind you. And I didn't see the big puddle of water. My passenger saw the big puddle of water, and I'm just poking along real slow, and I hit the edge of that water that I didn't see, and it pulled me out of the road a little bit, and then it come up over the hood, and I had my windshield wipers going double time, and I still couldn't see. And it's a good thing I was going like I said, 30 miles an hour, so it was very easy to come to a quick stop. I don't like that. I take that super personal that the road was sitting there all night waiting to get me, which is obviously not true, but that gets on my nerves. So I don't drive in the rain, and most of the time you won't catch me driving it in the dark because I hate driving at night.
One thing that really annoys me that's related to being a musician, comment below if you feel the same way, is if I'm trying to tune and someone else is playing or trying to tune, I'm like, I cannot tune. My tuner is picking up what you're playing and I will never get tuned. That's one thing that really bugs me, honestly. And so I have been known to, especially at Katie, yell at her and be like,
I will
stop.
be playing, but I'll talk. I'll be,
Well, and even the voice will pick up on the tuner, or you just can't hear the strings that you're trying to really listen to and get in tune before you play.
The story I'm telling you in a perfect G flat tone, and it's starting to get annoying because you're going for G.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Speaking of music, I'll tell you something that annoys me. And this is probably mean, but it's true. If I'm, a musician, and looky here, I'm not saying I'm a great musician, I'm not saying I'm super smart, I'm not saying anything like that, but I play music, and I have for a long time, and I know a little bit about music, and I'll go somewhere, and I will either be there with my instrument because I'm supposed to be playing, or I will be there with knowledge of music because it's a conference or whatever, and someone will start trying to tell me how it is, or start trying to school me, or start trying to say, well, and it's one thing if it's helpful, like, hey, well, you could try this, and maybe, I'll be like, oh, that sounded like coming from a place of just someone's trying to help give me some information I didn't have, and that's positive, that's really good, but it'll get me when people start being like, well, one time, ages ago, we went somewhere and played a gig, and it is true, I do have low blood sugar, and it'll fall out from under me, so I'm eating 24/7, all day, every day. If you know me, all I do is eat, and I have to keep my blood sugar up. And I got up on stage, and I was nervous, and those nerves were going through what little blood sugar I had left, really wearing me out there. And I was thinking, this is going to be bad, man, my blood sugar is really low, I'm not going to be able to get through this. So quickly, I ate a pack of fruit snacks on stage, just like swallowed those things whole, trying to bring my blood sugar back up. And we played our set, and when we got done, we were leaving the facility, and we had to walk past where the sound man was when we were leaving the facility. And that man had the nerve to look at me and say, watch your dead space. And I was like, what? And he was like, watch your dead space. There was too much dead space in there. You should have been talking or playing. And it was all I could do to be like, listen here, buddy. I'm going to bring a second pack of fruit snacks the next time I come, and I'm going to shove them in your ears. Don't with me. It just got me, like him trying to tell me like he knew what was going on. I'm like, are you up here playing, or are you running the sound? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So what you're trying to say is that people telling you what to do annoys you? Is
That's probably it. And even when it's helpful, or when someone maybe needs to tell me what to do, or maybe he was just said it with a smile and he was trying to be nice. But I have a serious problem with authority, and I always have. I cannot stand being told what to do.
I do understand that.
Hate it.
That's one thing that bothers me is if someone shushes me.
Oh
no, I can't stand that.
I come get you for that 30 years later. I remember when you shushed me and where, and I'm waiting to get you back.
Even if I need to be shushed, if someone shushes me, it just makes me want to break things.
It makes me want to break their neck is what it makes me want to do.
Okay, chill.
I know, I'm sorry, mad dog down. But yeah, Mom and Daddy and Corey will attest to that. I have a serious problem being told what to do. I cannot stand it. I hate it. I will resist it. I will become deadly and defensive and unreasonable and unwieldy, and yeah, I have a problem yielding to anybody, and that's not a great quality to have as a person, and I'm aware of that, well aware of that. So do not comment down below and tell me what to do, or tell me it's a bad person trait, because I know it's a bad person trait.
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell me though. Don't be like, Katie, you really need to. I will come get you. I will find you, and I will come get you, and I'll bring that second pack of fruit snacks, and I'll let you eat a few and enjoy them. And when you get done eating the good few fruit snacks, I'll shove your ears full of the other ones. So don't.
We're pretty lucky though. We only we get almost all good comments. Sweetest, best comments. There's been like a few that are kind of and then there's been 2 or 3 that have been just straight cut your heart out mean.
Yeah.
Straight up just mean, and honestly those don't bother me even that much, because someone who is willing to watch my video and comment something that mean, why do I care what they think? I mean, I would never, if I didn't like someone's video, I would just cut it off. I would never take the time to say something super mean.
Yeah, I don't have time if I don't like you. I
Mean
don't wanna spend
comments
energy with
annoy
you.
us.
Yeah, people say mean stuff. What was that back there, son? I do not know.
That was just a rock, I think.
Oh, just a rock. Yeah, if you got nothing nice to say, either just say it and be done with it, or don't say it at all.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll end this video here. Comment below and let us know things that annoy you. Let us know if we have any in common. Anything else, Katie?
Are you trying to tell me what to do?
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you at the next one.
Doing what? Look, I just need someone to confirm to me.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm going to help you find 83.
When I get to heaven, I want a brain that works. I think it's cold in here. I thought I might have left my lights on. I'm not really sure that I did or didn't, but I kind of feel like I did leave them on. But I guess this old car wouldn't have cranked if I'd have left them on.
It's P-Dog.
No more, Katie. Don't talk to me anymore. And be able to see in the dark, but I wouldn't be able to see him, would I? Maybe not, because the kitchen light was on. I don't know. I can't go round and round on my brain anymore. Shut up. Hello, neighborhood watch. I am taking over your hour of the watch. I am here to watch the neighborhood. I'm here to relieve you. I brought snacks for you. Cowboys! Daggone him. Ooh.
Is there a neighborhood watch sign back there for real?
No.
Oh.
You're just gullible enough. I just want to see if you believe it. Moo cows! I moo, moo, moo.
They're all laying down. Does that mean it's going to rain? That tree over there fell, and that's the tree that...
I know.
That's one of the main trees that I looked for hawks in, because they always sit at the top and it fell.
Fly, fly, hawkages! Because
They can fly away. I believe it's time for me to fly.
We're singing the REO
Easy,
song.
Katie.
I know, I was about to hit Paul. I wanted him to go
Goodbye,
on.
P-Dog.
Goodbye, P-Dog. Sorry for almost hitting you. Time for me to fly. She makes weird noises. She does bad things. And what's worse is that I've turned her into a person I can argue with. That's what's bad. Oh, you just waited watering the road for Katie to come along and jerk my butt off the road? I don't think so. I'm smarter than that. I'm watching you.
Okay, now let's start this video for real.